friend. But at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Now on NBC Palm Springs at 5, a shoe drive helps local students in need. We'll take you out to the event that's happening now.
Also, after complaints from Firebirds fans about pricey surcharges, Acrisure Arena announces big changes. Details ahead.
And a slight warm-up on the way for the weekend. We'll warn that full forecast coming up. NBC Palm Springs at 5 starts right now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. We start tonight with the Shoes for Students campaign. That's our top story. So the campaign that we're talking about this evening involves more than 2,000 PSUSD students and their younger siblings. They're receiving a new pair of kicks right now. Our Tiani Jadaling joins us live in Palm Springs. She's at that distribution, and Tiani looks really busy behind you.
Mark, it's a pretty good turnout so far. This is the 5th year the foundation with Palm Springs Unified School District has hosted this event, and I was here a couple years ago, and I will tell you it continues to grow year after year. The foundation's campaign, Shoes for Students, like you just mentioned, raised $40,000 beginning at the start of this school year, and that money in turn was used to purchase $2,500 or 2,500 pairs of shoes, that is, both Converse and Vans, for all these students you see behind me. Now, everybody trying on a pair of shoes here received a voucher in the mail inviting them to this event. You can see them waving hello. They're excited to get a new pair of kicks. But again, this event started at 3:30, a couple hours. The line was out the door. It's been quite a popular event with kids very excited to pick up a new pair of kicks. Here's what one guardian and a student had to say about what an event like this means to their family.
I think it's wonderful. I mean, for the school district to put together something like this is very important to families, you know, to the mothers and the fathers. A lot of times they go to PE and they don't have the right shoes, like to run and stuff like that. So I think it's very important, and also like for the parents, it gives us an opportunity to use those finances in other things, in other areas.
As you just heard, this event is very important for a number of families within this district. I'm joined by Ellen Goodman now. She's a foundation director with Palm Springs Unified School District. Ellen, can we talk about this shoe outfit that you're in?
Don't you love this shoe outfit?
I think it's fitting for the day.
Oh my God, the kids love it. Everybody wants a photograph with it.
I love it. Talk to me about the fundraising efforts that the foundation does to make this event possible.
Okay, so this is a year-long campaign.
Okay.
I mean, as soon as we finish distributing these tennis shoes, we are back in it, raising money all year long. It is an extraordinary project where every community member can make a difference, and that's what we love about it. It's so easy to make a contribution, and then all of a sudden you look around and you're like, oh my God, my $10, $50, $100, look what it did. And I mean, it's immediate gratification. The impact's really deep.
Ellen, we just heard from a parent who just let us know that this event is so important for them. They are able to use the money that maybe they would purchase for shoes now for other things that their child might need. Is that the push that you guys are aiming for here? Why is this an event like this so important for the students here?
So I think it's really, there are two things to consider. One is when a student gets a brand new pair of shoes for the first week or month of school, it's like they can run faster, they can, jump higher. There's so much self-esteem wrapped up in a brand new pair of shoes, and that is first and foremost. And then the second side of that is it's the economics. These shoes are expensive, and families have to make hard decisions today. So being able to give families shoes so they can actually think about using money for something else, that just warms our heart.
Thank you so much, Ellen. You can see the confidence boost in these children as soon as they leave this room. And now again, 2,500 kids will receive a new pair of shoes. If not today, the leftover will go to the schools throughout the district. Live in Palm Springs, I'm Tiani Jadaling. We'll send it back to Mark and Olivia in studio.
Tiani, thank you. In more local news tonight, a 49-year-old man was killed today after being hit by a train in Indio. That man has been identified by the Riverside County Coroner's Office as Enrique Queller of Fontana. This incident happened around 3 a.m. south of Varner Road and Interstate 10. Officials say the man was trespassing, reportedly walking along the tracks for unspecified reasons.
Riverside County health officials are warning residents about valley fever. It's a respiratory infection that's on the rise here in the county. The infection is in the lungs, generally stemming from inhaling fungal spores while working or engaging in other activity outdoors, particularly in dry, windy environments. Last year, 465 cases were reported. Riverside University Health System is reporting 322 cases already this year. They're saying the numbers represent a 2/3 increase. The health group advises to stay indoors on dusty days, avoid dusty environments, and to use face coverings if required.
And here's a live look outside from our Agua Caliente casino camera. This is Rancho Mirage, where there's still plenty of clouds out there as we check in with Chloe Carlson this evening. I got a lot of sprinkles, a little bit, I would even call it light rain today, driving into work.
Can we say that here in the Coachella Valley? I know it's been amazing. I will say we love the sunny skies here in the desert, but it's been a nice mix up, getting a little bit of those overcast skies, a little bit of rain cooling us down after we had that extreme heat warning for a couple weeks. Here's a current look at that radar. You can see pretty active at this hour. This is all from that remnant low, that tropical storm Juliet that's been continuing to break down over the course of the last couple of days. That's a reason we're getting a lot of those thick clouds moving through Southern California, as well as Olivia mentioned, that light rain. As far as future precipitation, the short range model taking us to 6 p.m. this evening. And it looks like we'll get a little bit for our mountain communities, but that is about it. As far as total accumulations today across Southern California, very light accumulation. So hundredths of an inch for us here in the Coachella Valley across the region. A similar story even up in the mountains. I think the most rain was 0.05 of an inch near Big Bear. So light rain, but we will take anything we can get here in the Coachella Valley and in Southern California. North American model taking us into tomorrow. No surprise here. We are staying dry for our Friday. Current weather conditions right now, 87 degrees in downtown Palm Springs. Those winds, breezy at this hour. Not too bad. Single digit winds, like I said, Friday. Much drier conditions. Here's a look at your Comfort Air 3-day forecast. So 102 will say below average for our Friday. We get a little bit of a warm up, taking us back to above 110 degrees for our Sunday. We'll break down more you can expect in that full forecast coming up.
All right, Chloe, thanks for that. Community members from a local mobile home park are looking to raise awareness of living conditions that they say are unhealthy. Tonight, our Brett Rosen joins us live in studio with that story. Brett?
Mark, this story first came to light when a resident from Healing Sands Mobile Home and RV Park reached out to us about how they were without water for multiple days. And as I spoke to other residents in the neighborhood, they told me that events like this happen more often than not. Healing Sands Mobile Home and RV Park, a community near Desert Hot Springs, where residents say they feel overlooked. Members of the community telling me that the gates are broken, the dumpsters are overflown. Some members saying they are even dealing with rat infestations. Now, as I was walking through Healing Sands Trailer Park, I spoke to 4 different residents, asking them to be on camera to talk about why they have felt forgotten by the owners of this trailer park. They all said the same thing. They told me no because they were scared of the repercussions. So how did these issues get fixed? When speaking with Desert Hot Springs city officials, they mentioned how even though it's a city address, the mobile home park is unincorporated Riverside County. And regardless of jurisdiction, unlike apartment buildings, mobile home parks are overseen at the state level in California. The organization that oversees mobile home parks is the California Department of Housing and Community Development. And earlier, I reached out to them.
Housing and Community Development, Division of Codes and Standards. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hi, my name is Brett Rosen. I'm a reporter with NBC Palm Springs. I was left on voicemail. We also knocked on the office of the mobile home and RV park manager, and we were met with no answer either. However, we then reached out to the 4th District Supervisor of Riverside County, V. Manuel Perez.
Board of Supervisors, how may I help you?
Hi, my name is Brett Rosen. And I was informed by members of the Perez staff that he would first look into this mobile home park and then he will speak with me. Now I'm planning to speak with Supervisor Perez following the holiday weekend, and we will continue to update you as we get answers for residents of Healing Sands Mobile Home and RV Park. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. Looking forward to that update. Palm Desert is offering residents and their pets free spay and neutering service. The spay neuter vouchers include microchipping, pain medication, e-collars. It's all available at the Palm Desert Library for eligible residents. Surgeries will take place September 17th and 18th at Animal Samaritans in Thousand Palms. To qualify, you must prove your Palm Desert residency with a valid ID or bill, and you must meet income guidelines. You can pick up your voucher at the Palm Desert Library.
Stuffed Pizza is holding a fundraiser today at both of its locations in La Quinta and Palm Desert. It's called Possum Thursday. It'll raise funds for the Coachella-based Animal Rescue Center of California. The center rescues dogs and has a new property in Thermal to expand their services. 10% of the daily proceeds will go to the rescue group. Funds will be used to build a new facility for rescue efforts.
Well, we're 6 weeks out from the start of the new Firebirds season, and Acrisure Arena is already rolling out some changes. One of those changes, the price of parking. Last year, Firebirds fans paid about $40 per game to see their favorite team hit the ice. It was a topic the arena received a lot of feedback about, and this year, that price is dropping.
I would say parking is one of the things that concerned our season ticket members and our individual game buyers the most, was the price. We heard that, we've listened, and now going forward, we'll have a $20 pre-advance purchase for parking. Season ticket members, we've also changed their program as well. They can pay as they go. Before, they bought all 36 games as a package. Their price is a little different, it's $10. So there's an advantage to being a season ticket member. Everything is done online, so you just go to our website, purchase in advance, and you're ready to go.
And there are other changes coming for the new season, including game start times, package options, food pricing, and even a happy hour. We'll hear more from my conversation with John Page in a full report tonight at 6 o'clock, so please stay with us for that.
Coming up next here at 5 o'clock tonight, a new hire after the CDC director was unexpectedly ousted.
Plus, later on in sports, a Friday Night Lights preview. Our Tim O'Brien takes us to Indio High School. We've got all the details ahead.
committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. The CDC is planning a vaccine advisory meeting just one day after its new director, Dr. Susan Monarez, was pushed out. She'd only been on the job for a few weeks. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy says this meeting shouldn't happen. Cassidy is worried that the agency is not following proper protocol. Earlier this summer, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fired the panel and picked 8 new members. Sources say he and Monarez disagreed about those picks before she was removed. An administration official says Jim O'Neill, the Deputy Secretary of Health and Human Services, will now serve as acting CDC director. During his confirmation hearings for his previous role, O'Neill says he is pro-vaccine, and he also believes the federal government had overreached during the coronavirus response.
Artificial intelligence is coming for entry-level workers. A study from Stanford University published this week shows early career employees are most at risk of being replaced by AI. Workers between the ages of 22 and 25 looking to begin careers in software engineering and customer service are most immediately impacted, according to the research. Analyzing payroll records from millions of American workers, the study says the pattern emerged in late 2022 and shows early evidence of a labor market earthquake headed for Gen Z. Americans have nearly 1 billion reasons to buy a Powerball ticket this week. Jackpot now sits at $950 million. Comes after no one mashed all 6 numbers last night. This now makes it the 6th largest prize in Powerball history. The jackpot has been rolling over since the last winner, which was on May 31st. If someone wins Saturday night's drawing, the player can choose to get 29 yearly payments or a lump sum of around $429 million. Powerball tickets are $2. They're sold in 45 states, including California. They're also sold in Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Best of luck to all who play. Here's a live look outside from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. I'm not sure if there's a bird sitting right on top of the guy. I think we're looking at a beak right there. Something different in our view. Not only the beak, but the clouds as well. Rain pushing into our Coachella Valley. Chloe Carlson's tracking our rain conditions in her full forecast right after the break. Plus, a little sweet message for her in her last final days here with us on NBC Palm Springs. So please stay with us for that.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome back. Right now, we're taking a live look at the Walter Clark Highlands on Kim in Rancho Mirage. I know I've said this the last couple of days, so I'll say it again. We don't get to see this type of view very often. Look at those overcast skies today. Thick clouds over Southern California and no complaints. It gets very hot here in the desert in the summer, so 95 for the high today. Felt nice out there. Obviously, a little bit humid out there, but with 95, not too bad. We will see those temperatures back to 110 degrees by the second half of the weekend. So let's just enjoy and take in 95 and some overcast skies. 107 is normal for us this time of year. 118, that record-breaking number back from 2023. At this hour, we are 80s here on the desert floor, up in the high desert, 70 degrees for Yucca Valley. Overnight tonight, slightly cooler as well. We've been consistently in the low to mid 80s, going to be in the 70s for our overnights tonight. We'll take that 67 up in Joshua Tree. As far as future wind potential, this is also good news. We've been tracking lately gusty winds for the wind corridor there in Desert Hot Springs. Not the case this week. As we get into the rest of the work week, single-digit winds for the high desert, as well as the southeast end of the Coachella Valley. We'll call it more breezy for areas like North Palm Springs for the rest of the work week, and even for the San Gornio Pass, there will stay breezy as well. Surface moisture, it is going to be drying out, so if these humid conditions are a little bit too much for you, we'll get back to 10% by Sunday for the relative humidity. But keep in mind that's just going to last for the weekend because we are tracking more monsoonal flow as we get into next week. Speaking of the weekend, here's a look at our surface map for Saturday. Hot, dry conditions, like I mentioned, getting nearly to 110 degrees for our Saturday. Could see a little bit of cloud cover out there because, like I said, we are drying out, but that monsoon moisture is still kind of lingering in our atmosphere. By Sunday, again, temperatures peaking. We'll see the hottest temperatures for the next 7 days come Sunday. 108 to 112 for Sunday. Monday will stay dry, but as we get to next Tuesday, I mentioned that monsoonal flow will be back Tuesday and Wednesday. There's a chance of rain for our mountain communities, so keep that in mind with your Tuesday plans. Here's a look at your Comfort Air 7-day forecast. So again, we'll still be below average for our Friday, warm back up, be 111 for Sunday, and then we dip back down below average by mid next week. So.
Perfect. All right. Sounds like Fridays, 102, will be perfect weather for our goodbye bash for Chloe. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a bit because, as you know, this is her last final 48 hours here with us at NBC Palm Springs, which means it's your last day in studio because tomorrow you're at the Surf Club. So to continue our goodbyes here tonight, we have a special message. You may recognize him, Tim O'Brien.
Fun is the word that comes to mind. Always leaving a smile on your face. Always the loudest person in the room, and I mean that with all the love in my heart. But she's a lot of fun. Chloe's good people.
He's going to be continuing that opera song, Tim.
Thank you, Chloe. Woo! We've become really close and hang out of work, and we've all rotated watching Chloe's children. Yeah, she's trusted me with her daughters. So we've become really close. It's become a little family.
Yeah, we hope that the weather clears up so that you can go.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, good luck, Chloe, to you and your family. We're gonna miss you for sure. It's not goodbye, it's just see you soon, and of course, we'll miss you and wish you all the best.
Oh my gosh. That you laughing with Tim's picture behind you is probably in my top 3 moments here at NBC.
Never forget that
You
moment.
should have seen the check they gave me to do that 30 seconds.
Right, how much you paid me to do this? No. I honestly, I'm like crying because I'm sad, but also laughing because we've had so many fun moments with Tim up here.
You're really going?
I'm really
It hasn't hit
leaving.
us yet, though. I don't
No,
think,
I still feel like I'm coming to work next week, so.
It'll hit us next week when it's really quiet in here. And we're like, where did Chloe go?
No loud person. It's great.
It's gonna be sad.
All right. Before we go to break, as we wrap this up, help us celebrate Chloe tomorrow at the Palm Springs Surf Club. You can RSVP at our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Check out the Cool tab. This party goes from 4 to 7. We hope to see you there. Hopefully, Chloe will be showing off all of her outfits just like that. It'll be fun, and the event is free, so please come out and help us say goodbye.
The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Well, the Indio Rajas football team, they've had a lot of questions to answer heading into the season. Those questions now magnified after that blowout loss in the Mayor's Cup last week. A young roster with a new quarterback will always take some time to gel, but it starts with the head coach. Lamont Thompson looked in the mirror last offseason and knew that he needed to be better as well in order to have his team succeed. He's proud of his new group and he's ready to grow with them together.
They're hard working. They're willing to do what we ask. Attendance have been better this year than last year, of course. Under the new leadership, we did a great job in bringing in new coaches to help us out. We're very excited about that. I think the kids are excited. They hear new voices. I think it's very important in today's generation that you have those new voices and get that different point of view. So from that standpoint, everything's been great.
It's important to note also Coach Thompson took the job last season. Nobody else wanted it, so it took some time, of course, to fit in. Now the Rajas will travel to Fullerton later this week looking for their first win of the season. Now, speaking of Friday Night Lights, tomorrow's schedule going to be a good one. A couple in-Valley matchups at Elite. We have Rancho Mirage traveling to Coachella Valley. That's going to be the best game of the slate. The Saints and Xavier Prep will take on Desert Hot Springs. La Quinta will head up the 62 to take on Yucca Valley. And then Cathedral City with their first home game against San Bernardino, looking for their first win of the season. You can catch everything Friday Night Lights related right here on NBC Palm Springs. And that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
All right, finally, two things to check out of the cool tab of NBCPalmSprings.com. One, obviously, please RSVP for Chloe Carlson's Farewell Bash. It's happening tomorrow, starts at 4, goes until 7. And the other is a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Surf Club's pre-Labor Day luau. So a lot of fun happening at the Palm Springs Surf Club over the next 3 days.
A lot of fun. The real question is, will we see Chloe jumping in and catching a wave just like that again tomorrow? Are you going in the water?
I feel like we have to finish that way, right? We got to go 5 o'clock, you know, do some fun stuff, 6 o'clock in the water. We're getting barreled, right, Mark?
Barreled, yeah.
Probably not. We'll wipe out, though. We'll do that, so.
All right, well, thanks for joining us tonight. Nightly News is next, and we're back here at 6 o'clock with the latest local headlines. We'll see you then.